What is going on, everybody? I'm Ralli Roots.
And I'm Ralli Roots, and together we are Ralli Roots. I did not break eye contact.
Nice.
You feel the intensity?
Welcome to another one of our videos. This is going to be a what sold on eBay video. Usually we do like what sold on eBay last week, but it's been a while since we've done one of these videos. So instead of doing like what sold last week, what we figured we would do is kind of catch up. So instead of like the typical 10 or so items, this is going to be an extended what sold on eBay video, and we're going to do 75 items.
Director's cut.
Yeah, right? So for those of you who haven't seen these type of videos, we're going to show you 75 items that we personally sold on eBay, and we'll talk about how much they sold for. Maybe we'll go into like where we got them. Most of these items we sourced from either thrift stores or garage sales, some wholesale stuff, but most of it is from thrift stores and garage sales. And the main reason for us wanting to make these videos for you guys is so that you can see what types of items are currently selling for us. So for real eBay sellers, like what are we actually selling? This isn't just fluff. It's not just like hearsay. Here's an item that we think is worth money. These are real sales that we've sold. So that's why we make these type of videos. Hopefully you guys enjoy this series.
And gain some information.
Yeah. So I don't know, this video might be like an hour long because there's 75 items. We'll try to do them quick for you guys. And as we talk about them, we'll pop up the items so you can see like the titles that we use and all of that stuff as well. I'll also link our eBay store. So all of these items sold on our store called The Hip Lion. That's the public eBay store that we share on YouTube. I'll link that in the description of this video. So if you want to go check out our eBay store, you're welcome to.
Without further ado, let's jump into these 75 items.
So the first item is this men's Harley Davidson button-up work shirt. I believe we sourced it from a thrift store. Usually when we find stuff like this, it'll be under $5. So this one we sourced from a thrift store. It sold for $25. That was a best offer. We put best offer in most of our, especially our clothing items.
Yeah.
So $25, eBay and PayPal fees around 13%. And then shipping first class, so around $4. So we probably made around like $8 to $10 net profit on that item.
The next item is this long sleeve Tommy Bahama button-up shirt, and what was unique about it, it was one, the pattern, and two, their flip cuffs. So that's pretty cool. You know, it had that like Robert Graham feel about it. But we sold this item for $27 with best offer.
Cool. Here's a combo listing. Sometimes when we get multiples of the same item, so like same shirt size, different color, we will group them together and list them as, like this one for example was 2 511 tactical shirts listed together. It allows us to price the items a bit cheaper. So instead, like usually when we sell these shirts, we'll sell them for around 20 bucks a piece. But together we sold them for $30 for the both of them because shipping is cheaper because we're shipping both of them together instead of one item at a time. So still first class shipping, sold them for 30 bucks, paid about $10 for both of them. So decent little profit. Every little bits of profit add up. Not everything's gonna be like a home run, hundreds of dollars. But it's those meat and potatoes type items that pay the bills. Syrup and pancakes.
Milk and cookies.
Milk and cookies.
I was really excited about this item. It is a Houston, Japan satin jacket with like crazy, unique embroidery. Actually
cool.
Found it when I was on vacation visiting my friend in Houston, and I left the thrift store and then went back the next day, right when they opened, because
I remember you called me.
Ryan was like, no, that's a good one. You should probably get it. And I think I paid up for it. I think I paid around $20, but you assured me it would sell for around $100, so we would be fine that I paid extra for it. And I shoved it in my tiny little carry-on because I flew on Spirit because it was just like a fast, cheap flight. Yeah,
that was a great sale though. It sold for like 150 bucks.
Yep.
So $20 into 150 at a thrift store. Can't beat that.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
Awesome.
The next item we'll talk about are these Adidas Ultra Boost running shoes. These ones, I'm not sure, these ones.
These ones.
I say these ones. These shoes, I'm not sure exactly where we sourced them. I believe we might have sourced them actually online, like direct from Adidas with a coupon. So we probably paid around like 40 or 50 bucks for them.
Yeah.
They sold for 112. So for an online arbitrage type item, it's a good deal. I feel like the pictures probably sold the item because Ben's been getting, my younger brother Ben does our photography. He gets great shoe pictures. So I feel like the pictures really sold the item because there was a lot of competition for that particular shoe. But we sold them again, $113, paid around $40, so we probably doubled our money on them.
Next item is this Grateful Dead shirt. I was really excited that you found the shirt. I thought you might keep the shirt, but you didn't.
It was a bit big for me. I would have kept it. I think it was.
I think it was a 2XL, which is why you didn't, because I know if it was an XL, you would have kept it. It was an online arbitrage item. You paid $25 for it?
$25, yep.
And we sold it for $75, which was our full asking price.
Yeah. The next item is the smart pool alarm. This was actually one that, where did this person come from? I'm not sure, but we ended up going like to their house. I want to say it was like a friend of a friend who was like, this guy's got a bunch of stuff that he wants to sell. So we went to his house and we bought like some jackets and some shoes. Well, this was part of that lot. So I want to say we paid around like $5 or $10 for it, and it sold for $74. Items like this can cost a bit more to ship, so we probably paid around like $15 to ship it. But again, when you're into it for such a low amount of money, it's still worth it at the end of the day.
Next item is this Masters collection. It's a really nice polo, size 2XL, which is excellent. The larger the size, whenever it comes to Masters polos and Tommy Bahama as well, the better it is. It sold for $30, which was our full asking price.
It was, yeah. And I think that one, we've been selling quite a few Masters items, and I think it's because the Masters have been going on. So
right, yeah.
That's why. Go Tiger Woods, he won, which is crazy. He made a good comeback. But yeah, so that Masters polo sold for full price, I guess just because it was the right time of the year to list it. Yeah. This next item came from, I don't know if you guys remember, but we bought like a ton of Western wear. Most of it we already sold. We sold it on wholesale. A few things we kept for ourselves. This was one of those things. So it's a woman's panhandle slim vest, like pearl snap vest, and it sold for $38 even.
Yeah, it's like a vest shirt.
A vert.
A vert. We sold these Keen hiking boots for a best offer. The best offer, $45. We'll take it all day, every day. It's really great. I think we probably were in them for about $10.
Yeah.
That's pretty average for us to be in Keen boots. Yeah.
You guys will notice during this What Sold on eBay video, there's a lot of shoes. It's mostly because we had like an excess pile, our death pile.
We had a death
shoes.
mountain
of shoes. So we finally got around to listing them all. So we've been getting a lot of shoe sales. So you'll notice that there's a theme of good shoe sales.
Yeah, and we're pretty picky about shoes because one, they can be pricey to purchase from a thrift store, and two, they are very expensive to ship.
They are, yeah. I would say the typical price we pay to ship a pair of shoes would be between $12 to $15.
Yeah.
So if you're only selling them for $30 and you're paying $10, you're losing money, right? So you have to. Our average shoe sales price is over $40.
And you can put them in a padded flat rate, but again.
Sometimes.
You have to be really careful about the type of shoe you're putting in there because it could get damaged in transit, and that's the last thing you want.
True. We've even shipped shoes first class mail. So really light ones that are under 16 ounces, we'll just wrap them in shipping paper or bubble wrap, throw them in a poly bag, same way we do with our other first class items, and they'll cost like $4.50 to ship. So sometimes that's a good thing to do too.
Yeah.
There's many different ways to ship shoes.
Ship shoes.
These Miss Me jeans, Miss Me, the brand, has kind of been like tanking a bit. I think a lot of people picked up that brand was expensive. We've actually noticed in our area at our thrift stores, Miss Me jeans, they'll price for like $30, $40 sometimes.
Oh, minimum. Yeah.
So these ones actually came from these ones. I said it again. So these jeans actually came.
Can you do a counter?
I should, like these ones. Every time I say these ones. Sorry, all our English teachers out there. I apologize.
It's not our fault.
Not our fault. So these jeans, I believe we got from a garage sale for around $5, and they sold for us for $35.
Found these Cush canvas shoes. We sold them. Best offer, $40. Great find, and I'm pretty sure they were first class, guys, because they were extremely light. We didn't have to worry about them getting damaged in transit because they're canvas and like a foam bottom, right?
Yeah, almost like Crocs.
Yeah. So yeah. Just so you know, you can definitely ship shoes like that in a first class package.
Yeah.
And it's totally fine.
So $40 sale on those.
Yep.
Paid around $5 for them, I believe. First class shipping. So we made a good $25 on them.
Oh yeah.
I think you found this next item. You're really good about finding like the higher end athletic wear, the Lululemon and the Athleta.
Yeah, if it's there, I find it.
Yeah, and usually you find it for like between $3 to $4. So that's what this one was. I think we paid like $4 for it. It's just an Athleta woman's top, and it sold for us for $27.
And then again with the golf
Masters
theme, a pink women's Masters hat. Although I don't want to assume who's wearing the hat. It could be a guy as well. But we sold it for full asking price of $29, which is fantastic. And again, probably because of the Masters. Go Tiger Woods.
This item was really cool. Another alley find. We found it at a Salvation Army, and do you remember how much we paid? I want to say it was like $2 or $3. They had it priced really cheap.
Yeah.
And thanks to you guys, we actually found out that it was from a Jimmy Buffett song. So it had lyrics on the back that were Jimmy Buffett. It was a vintage pullover crew neck, and it sold for $32. So $3 into $32. Pretty cool.
I really wanted to keep it.
It was a very cool item.
But I don't need one more sweater in my collection. Like, I have so many. And now, because summer is coming, Merrell shoes and hiking shoes are selling really well. So these Merrell shoes sold for full price of $50, which is, again, I think a really, really great sale.
Great brand. Merrell always sells for us.
Always.
Kenzo. This was an interesting find. I believe I also found this one at Salvation Army.
Oh, yeah.
I wasn't sure about it because it had like a little stain on it and a little hole in the shirt. But I knew that the brand was like a desirable brand, so we took a chance on it because it was only a couple bucks. Well, it ended up selling for us for $50. Even with the flaws on the item, someone still was willing to pay $50 for it. So I was excited about it when that item sold.
Yeah, we definitely make sure that whenever we do our photos, we show that there is a stain and a hole. You do not want somebody to get that item and be surprised about it. We put it in the description as well.
But I think that's probably why our return rate is quite low, even with used items, even though we do free returns, is because, like Ali said, we clearly show the flaws. We take measurements of our items, put it in the description and as a picture. So when we're listing our stuff, we're very careful to make sure that the buyer knows what they're getting.
Yeah. The North Face. For your face. This was a goose down puffer.
Ooh, goose.
Like, very desirable, right? Everybody wants that goose. And we sold it, best offer, for $65.
Probably could have got a little bit more for it, but $65, we weren't into it for too much money, so we'll take it.
Don't be greedy.
Don't be greedy. We've probably sold this same shirt like, I don't know, 10 times. It's a Wrangler, like, denim pearl snap shirt. This one sold for $30. Usually we get between like 25 to 35 depending on the size and the condition of the item.
This Supreme jacket definitely sat around for a while.
Wasn't my best buy.
But that's okay because we sold it for best offer of $349. Our pictures were fantastic of it. Sometimes, you know, whenever you get that Supreme drop, you might not have had the most desirable item and it could sit around for a while, but you still make good money on it if you're patient. And we were, so we made
like $20.
Oh no.
Yeah, I think I paid like $270 or something like that was the retail for it. But with stuff like hype stuff, like Supreme, you really have to either sell it within the first week or wait like a year and then sell it. So this one we just had listed. It's sold, whatever.
Oh, no.
We made our money back. We made a couple bucks. I'm happy with it, whatever.
Oh man, that's so funny. I was thinking you paid like $150 for that jacket for some reason. But nope. That's why I was all like, yay, it's sold.
I did. I mean, yay, it's sold. I didn't lose money.
This is a really new item for us. We never found anything like it before. And then when I looked up comps, I was like, what are these Beyond shoes? I don't know, but they're like plastic rubber golf shoes.
Yeah.
And everything about them was weird. I just had no idea. But we knew they would be really cheap to ship. So we were like, all right, let's take a chance on it. And we sold them best offer of $30.
See shoes? See how the shoes theme? We've been selling a lot of shoes.
Rolling out the shoes.
Like these. These we sold for $38. They're Birkenstocks. You know, those little like Birkenstock slider shoes. Yeah. They weren't even in like amazing condition and they still sold for $38.
Fry is a great brand.
Fry is a great brand.
Grab it if you can get it cheap enough. These Fry men's hiking boots sold for $69, which was best offer.
Some more shoes. These were the last pair of shoes that we bought from the Plato's Closet haul.
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
So we need to go back there actually. Sometimes they get some really good shoes in.
Yeah.
When we went, we bought like 5 pairs of shoes and this was the last pair to sell. Good sale. They sold for $38 and I think we paid like $6 or something. Yeah, but Reebok CrossFit shoes sell well for us.
Another pair of hiking boots. These Danner Men hiking boots sold for best offer of $89, which really good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ooh, this item was really intriguing to me. I think we found it at a garage sale, from what I remember, for like $1 or $2.
I'm just looking at the picture. I'm cheating. Oh yes.
It's like an older item. It's been
really
had been
cool.
listed for a while. But it was like an old Boy Scout backpack in really rough condition But for a collector, still pretty cool. So this one actually sold through the global shipping program. I'm not sure exactly where it went. I want to say maybe Japan, but it sold for $30. So $1 or $2 into $30, still good.
I definitely thought a museum would have curated that.
It wasn't like that rare. They made them. It was just old and kind of. I mean,
cool
they were, yeah, it was cool.
It's cool.
Yeah.
And you all know how I love to say Polo Ralph Lauren. Which of course is inaccurate and wrong, but. These green pants sold for $40. If you can find a good item cheap enough that's Polo Ralph Lauren, there's very far and few between that we end up buying. But these were a great item, and we sold it for $40.
$40. So this was an interesting one. I think that it probably went to either like a collector or maybe someone was going to a party or something, like an 80s party. It's a Michael Jackson, looking coat. It wasn't anything like from the actual Thriller music video or anything like that. It was just like a replica coat, and it still sold for $87, which is crazy. And this one we got in like a large lot of other items that we bought from another reseller. So I want to say we paid a handful of dollars for it because we bought a whole bunch of stuff from them. And again, $87 is what we got for it.
It's a good listing.
Yeah.
I wasn't a big fan of the brown paisley, but this Wrangler 2XL, guys, note the 2XL, very important, shirt sold for our full asking price of $28.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is kind of on the higher end, but I guess because it was new.
It was new with tags. Makes a difference.
Some more boots. These ones actually, I said it again. Where's the
These ones.
These boots again came from that wholesale Western lot that we bought, and they sold for $159, which is really cool. I mean, someone is going to get a really good quality pair of boots, vintage, and they can walk around and be a cool boot person.
I think that the rodeo happened.
It did, yeah, in Texas, yeah. They might have been because of that, yeah. But
Maybe.
$160, good sale.
We always love buying toys, and these Hesh trucks were no exception. They're new in the package. It wasn't sealed though, but I don't even know if it comes sealed.
Right.
And sold for our full asking price of $98.
And we paid up for it at a garage sale. We paid $40 for the trucks and another little car radio, which I don't think we even listed yet.
Probably not.
But we still made money already. $40 into $100 is decent.
Yeah.
True Religion is a brand that we like to pick up because it still has a very good following. Sometimes the items are worth a lot of money, sometimes they're not worth a lot of money. In this case, it did okay. It was just a True Religion pearl snap shirt, sold for $25. Not amazing, but okay, pays the bills, like I said. Those little items pay the bills.
Yeah, milk and cookies.
Yeah.
Do not forget to look at new electronics at garage sales, guys, because we found this universal remote, and it was definitely a gem. You can get it pretty cheap, and we sold this for a full price of $55.
Yeah, so I think we paid like $5 or $10 for it.
Yeah.
10? Probably 10.
Probably 10.
Yeah.
But worth it.
Yeah, 50.
It's 10 into 55. So don't be afraid to pay up for something, especially if it's new in the package, because it definitely will sell a lot faster whenever it's a new in the package item. Because people need remotes whenever they break and lose theirs. Because you need your remote, right? No one's going to get up and change the channel.
True. Here's an old item. You can tell that it's an old item by the background that we use. We haven't used that like white brick background in over a year.
Yeah.
This is a very old item. We got it at a thrift store, but it finally sold. It sold for $65. Took a chance on it again, and we weren't into it for very much money. So even for it to sit out there for over a year and then finally sell for $65, whatever. It's just like those sales that trickle in every once in a while.
We have a lot of stuff, so doing inventory management for us is like, ooh.
We try to operate our business on like an 80-20 rule. So 80% of our items are fast sellers, meaning that they sell in less than a month. And then 20% of our items are items that we're not into for a lot of money, but we don't mind like waiting a few months for them to sell. So, you know, for us to pay a couple bucks for something for it to sell for $60, $70, that's okay because we also have a lot of fast selling items as well.
Yeah. And more Wrangler. So this Wrangler Western shirt sold for full asking price of $35. Wrangler. Yeehaw. I just feel so country when we talk about Wrangler.
This was another thrift store pickup. I want to say we paid like $5 for it. Peter Millar, great brand to look out for. The Summer Comfort shirts we've sold a ton of. These were shorts though, and they were Peter Millar, just regular shorts, and they sold for $35.
I was unsure about those, but they did really well.
Yeah, they weren't new though. Again, new stuff sells well.
Yeah. Shorts. We love shorts, apparently, because 2 in a row are shorts. Sure. These are Lululemon, great brand to look out for. The market's getting a little saturated, but they're still an excellent product, so they still have a really good resale value. They sold for a full asking price of $35, which is way cheaper than the store, so that's why they sold really fast.
Too.
Yeah.
I loved this item. Another thrift store find. When I saw, a lot of people forget to look in like the linen and the blanket section. I always check it out just to find those like 90s blankets, or sometimes we find Pendleton.
Yeah.
Always look through the sheet sets and the blankets. This is a vintage Superman blanket. Loved it. Nice big bold graphic. This one we actually took a picture of it on our guest bed so that people could see like what it looked like on an actual bed. So we took pictures of it there. It sold well. It sold for $80?
Nice.
$90? How much did it sell for? $80. It sold for $80, which is great. I think we paid like $7 for it. So.
Yeah, that's really good.
Blankets are great, and they're easy to ship. You can just like kind of roll them up and stick them in a big poly bag and ship them off.
Send them away. This next item is really exciting. Skechers shape-ups. We love finding shape-ups, especially if they're in really good condition. And these ones... Oh, I almost said these ones.
Nice. Oh, the counter.
And these Skechers sold for our full asking price of $69, and we priced them competitively because there are a lot out there, so they will sell fast if you price them competitively, and if they're in really good condition, you know, you can price them really high.
I'd also say to look out for larger sizes, and men's ones seem to sell for more money for us. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the women's ones for us sell for between like $30 to $50. The men's ones we can usually get over $60 for.
And we've seen people get as much as $110 for some new ones. Yeah.
Another North Face item, jackets are still selling for us, even though it's hot where we are. That doesn't mean that it's hot everywhere. So jackets are still selling very well for us. This is just a regular North Face jacket, sold for $55 shipped.
This next item is, again, another Polo Ralph Lauren. It's a denim jacket. 2XL, right? So we're getting into a really good size. And we sold it for best offer of $64.
Another pair of shoes, another thrift store pickup. These, I think it's pronounced Memphisto. Memphisto?
Yeah. Memphisto, like Memphis.
Yeah.
And yeah.
We'll go with that.
Yeah.
Anyway, they sold for us for $42 shipped.
This classic Old West styles, it's like...
That's the brand.
Yeah, that's the brand, but it's not something that we find often.
No.
Not that brand especially.
Yeah.
But really great color, nice bright bold red, and we sold it for best offer of $35.
We've sold a lot of Western stuff lately.
Yeah.
I think that someone was saying a while ago that like this summer or whatever, people are going to be looking for Western stuff. It's like a theme that they noticed in the fashion industry or whatever. And I can say that they're right. I mean, we've been selling, not just because we got a ton of Western stuff in the haul, but because we've been finding Western stuff here and there, and it's been selling nicely for us.
Yeah, pretty fast from when we list it.
Yeah. Speaking of Western stuff, this was from that Western haul. Someone bought 4 pair of jeans from us. So 4 of the same ones. I want to say maybe they have like a Western store or something, and they're also a reseller. So we did give them a deal on the jeans, but they were kids ones. They were the student jeans. They bought 4 of them for a total of $160, which is awesome. It's always fun when someone comes into your eBay store and like adds a bunch of stuff to their cart and then buys it, and then your shipping fees are less, because we do free shipping on everything, right? So shipping fees are less and you're selling a bunch of stuff at once. Love it when that happens.
Yeah. These Dansko shoes were fantastic. They are embossed. They are shoes for nurses, but you can say nursing shoes. Somebody told me.
Shoes?
They are nurses' shoes, and you do nursing in them.
True.
Right? Yeah,
I don't know.
totally. And we sold them for full asking price of $55. They were in amazing condition. They were like new.
They were.
Yeah.
And that's another brand that you've taught me. I didn't know about Dansko. And you said pick up different shoes, and now we've sold a ton of them. So those clogs, especially the clog style Danskos, sell well for us.
Because they're slip-on and people need them for work.
Right.
Yeah.
This was a fun one.
Yeah.
I got these from the boutique section, so behind the glass at the Goodwill. I went there and it was half off day was green, and these happened to be half off. They had them priced at $70 each. So they had them priced high. So I ended up paying $70 for 2 of them, and then they both sold together for us on eBay very quickly. They sold within like 2 days. And they sold for $120. Took the offer because, again, they sold very quickly. So even though they didn't sell for a whole ton, because I paid $70 for both of them, after fees, after shipping, after everything, still made 25 bucks. Very easy to list and a fast sale. Sometimes we will pay up to make a little bit of money if we know the items are going to sell fast.
Yeah, but it's good to have that mixture. Some items you just take best offer on, you know, and then you sell it really fast and you get that instant money, and other things you just let sit for a while because you know you can get much more.
Correct.
So it's really good to have a balance, you know, the yin and the yang. Sass is a really good brand to look out for.
Sass!
Sass! Oh my god, now I'm going to start saying it. We got these sandals and sold them for $30, which is really good.
This jacket was cool. Grand Biloxi, like silk or satin, I guess, satin jacket. Nice embroidery on the back. Took a best offer on it of 60 bucks. Pretty decent. I think we're into it for what, like 10 bucks?
I think it was only $5, which is why I really wanted to buy it. Because I remember finding it at the thrift store and being like, this is amazing.
It's cool. Someone's definitely rocking that to the casino,
Oh,
I'm sure.
I hope so. Yeah. I wasn't too sure about this item, but this BMW polo sold for full asking price, $45. It was new with tags. Picked it up at the thrift store. Didn't pay too much for it. I don't really remember how much.
Paid $8 for it. I know that because I remember you bringing it up to me. I was worried that it was fake, but after we looked it up and did some research on it, we found out that it was an authentic BMW polo. So we were happy buying it, and then it sold. Again, Fry, great brand to look out for. They make wonderful shoes. They hold up for a long, long time. So usually when we find Fry shoes, they'll be in good condition because Fry uses good materials and they make their shoes very well. So this pair of women's boots sold for us for $115, and I believe we found them at a thrift store for under 15 bucks.
Yeah, Fry's a great Western brand.
It is.
Keen, yet again, guys.
Keen.
These Keen hiking shoes sold for full asking price, $40. People are hiking, people are doing active things, summer is coming. Look out for, you know, hiking and fishing gear.
For sure. I really like this item. Vintage, like Champion cut and sew color blocking shirt. It had a hood on it as well. It sold faster than I thought it would. I thought it would sit for a little while, but it sold fairly fast. We got $28 for it, which I thought was pretty fair.
And Champion's pretty hot right now because I think
Super
celebrities
hot.
are wearing it.
Super hot. They made a great comeback.
They did. Alino Sports. And I know that this is a softball bat. Would you like that?
Yes, bats.
I can't even say the brand name because, I don't know, it's just too sporty for me.
I mean, I don't know much about softball or baseball either. Demar, I don't know.
Who knows? But it sold for full price of $50, so that means you listed it well.
Yeah. Garage sale pickup, probably a couple bucks. We find baseball and softball bats all the time at garage sales for fairly cheap because people will buy them, use them, and then sell them for just to get rid of them, you know?
Yeah, they need the space.
Yeah. This is a cool one. This came in a bunch of camera gear that I bought. Actually, when I bought this camera, when I bought this Sony a7 III, it came with like a gimbal and with this monitor with a bunch of other stuff, lenses and everything. I kept the monitor for a while just to see if I would use it. I ended up not. I just wasn't using it, so I thought it'd be better to sell it. So sold it on, got $400 for it, which is great. Paid back some of the money that we spent on this setup.
Yeah, and it's good because it was still very relevant. So you don't want to wait too long to sell certain things if you know that they're going to become, you know, irrelevant. But this one stays relevant because it's a really new product on the market. Some more Lululemon, and these leggings sold for $29. We used to get a bit more for leggings. I'm pretty sure we used to get like $35 to $40, but they're more on the market, which was fine because we probably only paid about $4 or $5 for them. So 4 or 5 into 29, really good. Look for Lululemon.
This Schwinn. This Schwinn bicycle cycling jersey with the pockets in the back.
For your guns.
For your guns. This one sold for $30. We love finding these things. If you can find the ones that are desirable, that have a decent amount of value to them, you can usually pick them up for under $5 and sell them for $30 plus. And again, first class shipping, yeah.
The next item is a Levi Pearl Snap denim shirt. We sold it for our full asking price, $30. We always, you know, list our Levi's items pretty competitively because we want to just move it. It's like a milk and cookies item for us. So list it competitively, sell it, boom, bang, it's gone.
Boom, bang. Some shoes, Cole Haan, always a great brand for us to look out for. These ones we found, these ones.
Ooh, these ones.
These we found at a Goodwill, paid under $15 for them, and they sold for $59 shipped. So we made, I don't know, like 30 bucks on them.
They're really good looking shoes.
Great shoes.
They're Kohan, but they're hipstery, you know?
Hipstery. You're hipstery.
I mean, some days.
Kinda.
Yeah.
I'm going to talk about this one because Allie knows sports.
Yeah. I looked right at it and I was like, ooh.
It's just a Buccaneers, Tampa Bay Buccaneers leather jacket. This actually came from the same one that I was talking about earlier where we got the pool alarm.
Yes.
Yeah, so it came in a bunch of different stuff. I want to say he paid like 25 bucks for it. Sold for $110 shipped.
The coolest thing about this camel vest, guys, was the fact that Ryan loved it. He wanted it. And I was like, ooh, it's really rough. But you thought that was the cool part about it.
Yeah.
So I soaked it in the generic OxyClean. And it really brightened it up. And it looked not ratty. Now it looked really cool. And I was like, okay, all right. I see your vision now that it's clean. And we sold it for best offer of $29.
Yeah. I think we paid $1? $2? It was from a garage sale. I think we paid $2 for it.
It was really cheap.
Yeah.
Because it was like definitely shoved in the bottom of a cardboard box.
Yeah, it wasn't in great shape.
Nah.
Another great shoe brand to look out for, Allen Edmonds. This pair we only got $60 for. Certain pairs of Allen Edmonds we've sold for upwards of $200. So look out for Allen Edmonds. Even like the cheaper ones do sell for over 50 bucks typically. So if you can get them cheap enough, you can still make money on them.
And the right color.
Yeah, oh true.
Yeah, definitely the burgundy ones are not in right now.
Right.
Yeah. These Church's men's shoes sold for $112. They're really nice, cap toe. I just saw that sale price and I was like, whoa.
Another great brand.
Yeah.
Church's, yeah.
Church's.
And these are also, remember, they sold through the global shipping program. These ones did go to Japan. They sold the same day I listed them. So I think I listed them for 130, took a best offer for 112, paid under 10 for them, I believe. So
and that person definitely paid a lot to ship them to Japan.
Shipping,
like, wow.
Import fees, they probably ended up paying closer to 200 bucks, yeah.
Ooh.
We've had these actually for quite a while. At first I was going to break them up and sell them like individually. We got them all at once, like a whole bunch of them. They're M&M's luggage tags, like those things that go on your luggage where you put your name and address in case it gets lost or whatever.
Yes.
So we got all of these together. I was going to break them up, but then I was like, I'll just sell them all together. They ended up selling for $94, so almost 100 bucks. I don't even remember what we paid for them, but they sold finally.
And probably to another reseller.
Probably,
right?
Yeah.
But we're okay with that because we didn't want to sell each one individually.
Right.
It was just too much of a pain.
Yeah.
Next item are these Corral vintage boots. The key to this
Affliction.
The key to this was we put distressed in the title, but they look affliction.
Yeah.
I knew that the color of them was perfect because it was like red, white, and black, right? So that's like a really popular color combo for people. Sure. They love those colors together. And we sold them for $130.
Do you remember what you paid for them? 15?
I think 15, but definitely under $20.
Yeah. I was actually kind of wary of these shoes when you showed them to me. I was like, really? Because those are kind of
awful.
Ugly. I'm just kidding. I'm sure there's lots of people who like that style. But we ended up buying them anyway, and Allie was right. I was wrong. $115, right?
I was really sure they were going to sell for over $90. I was like really sure about it.
Good job.
Yeah.
Boom. Another comforter, vintage comforter. Again, took the pictures on the guest bed
as you can see
that we have. This blanket sold for $97. And this one actually, there were two of these blankets. So same exact blanket bought from a thrift store. Both of them sold for right around the same. So right around $100. This one took a bit longer to sell for some reason, but it was one listing, two blankets on the same listing. And we got $100 each for each one of them. I think we paid like $7 or $8 per blanket, comforter. Yeah.
And I think Callie, either she rolled the blanket up tight and put it in a small box, or she rolled it up really tight and put it in a poly mailer. But I think she might have put this one in a box because it was, over like $90. Right.
But the cool thing about blankets and comforters and stuff is that you don't really have to worry about them getting damaged during shipping because they're a soft item. Same as like clothing and stuff.
Yeah.
You just throw it in a bag or a box and ship it out.
Yeah, it's not going to shatter.
Yeah, true.
This Abercrombie jacket, I wasn't too sure about it, but it sold for a best offer of $65. I was kind of worried. I didn't know if Abercrombie would do well, but
I knew it would.
You made the call on this.
Yeah. Just because we had sold a very similar Abercrombie jacket in the past, any of like the heavy ones that are fur lined, especially the ones with the hoods, those ones seem to sell well for us. Abercrombie, like you were saying, it's not a great brand for reselling, but the jacket seemed to do well.
Yeah. I just don't see high schoolers going on eBay and buying Abercrombie.
Well, better than going to Abercrombie and paying probably $200 for that jacket, you know? Maybe their parents are like, hey, go check eBay.
Yeah, maybe their parents were like,
$65.
you can have $65 for a jacket, and they went onto eBay and found the
Yeah.
Abercrombie jacket that was good enough.
Yeah. Still, great sale.
Yeah.
Another pair of shoes. Sometimes we do find new with tag shoes at thrift stores as well. So in this case, we found these Bates shoes. New with tags from a thrift store, under $10. We would have ended up paying for them, and they sold for 65. Yeah, 65 bucks.
65.
65.
Water shoes are hot right now. These Crocs men's water shoes sold for $38. Full asking price.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, and that's pretty great, you know?
It's always weird to me that certain styles of Crocs sell for a lot of money.
Yeah.
It's so strange because some of them, like the regular Crocs, we don't buy because they're so cheap. But some ones like this, we can get $39 for them. And they're still usually light enough to ship first class.
Yeah, that's the best part.
Yeah. This is an interesting item, one of the rare retail arbitrage items that we get, especially clothing. Sometimes we do some shoe retail arbitrage, but this shirt is a Johnny O shirt that we bought from, I think it was from Marshall's. Yeah, it was definitely from Marshall's. On clearance, paid $7 for it, and it sold for 45 bucks, which that's a huge margin for retail arbitrage. Usually when we do like OA or RA, we're looking for a 30%, 30 to 40% net. On this one, we, quadrupled our money. So I was pretty happy about it when it sold.
Salvatore Ferragamo.
I can't roll my R's.
Salvatore Ferragamo. They sold for $165. Best offer. Typically with the Salvatore Ferragamo shoes, we always sell them as best offer.
Yeah.
But because we list them pretty high.
Yeah.
And then if we get a nice offer in, we sell them because you don't want to be greedy.
Oh, yeah. And these were a great style, great color, and they sold for a really good price.
Yeah, they're really nice ones.
Salvatore Ferragamo is a brand, especially in men's shoes. Sometimes in the women's shoes, we will pass on them because they're just not worth enough money.
And they're ugly.
But the men's dress shoes, pretty much every time, if they're in good condition, pretty much every time we'll buy them. Especially the ones with metal on them. So the little horse bit metal. Sometimes we get over $200 for those. So
I remember those ones.
Yeah.
Does that count?
Does that count? Those ones? I think so.
The next item is this Kona triathlon, for doing a triathlon.
The bike run cycle. No,
Bike,
I said cycle.
swim,
Bike swim.
Run.
Bike swim run.
And so it's a suit. It sold for full asking price, $55. Someone probably needed it for either training and or the triathlon. So they just went online and they bought it.
Those specialized items seem to do well for us. So the things that are expensive because they don't make a lot of them, because not very many people need a triathlon suit. You have to be a triathlete.
And there's not many triathletes, let's be real.
Yeah.
Compared to the whole scheme of people.
So that was a thrift store pickup. I think you paid you found that. I think you paid $4 for it into 55. Great.
Really good.
Yeah. You also found this one. It sat in our warehouse for a year before we were like, let's list it. It's just sitting there. Let's list that. You paid $5 for it, $10, I think, from a garage sale.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it ended up selling for $90.
Within the first week of listing.
I know. It
was so crazy, right?
We had it piled up, right? So we sell a lot of VCR and DVD combo units, and it literally in our warehouse we had a stack of these things. VCR, and this was on the bottom of the stack. So one day we're like, hey Ben, can you just take pictures of that stack? Let's get those things sold. And the funny thing is, like Ali said, all of them sold within the week. So I don't know why we just left them sitting there.
And it's so funny. Callie took that day off, and that was the day we had to ship everything. So we had to package and ship all the VCRs. And we decided we're never buying them again because we hated shipping them. We didn't want to put Callie through that. So
yeah, even though
not
they
doing
sold
that
really
again.
fast, though.
Yeah, they did sell really fast. These J. Crew women's shoes, they had a really cool monk strap on it. We took a best offer of $45. I wasn't too sure about them, but I guess some business girl decided she needed, some closed-toed business shoes.
Business girl. You're a business girl.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. I just imagine this story in my mind.
Gotcha. Here's another example of a combo buy. So one person bought 3 different color, same size running shoes. All of these are Asics. And again, they all sold together. So one shipping cost for us, they paid $213 for 3 pairs of Asics, which is great. I mean, still cheaper than, for them, still cheaper than going to Asics and buying the model that they want, right?
True.
I don't think they make this model anymore, so for them, they got the model that they want. and they paid up for them, $213. So
that was a really good buy.
Yeah.
That was all you.
I paid between $6 to $8 a pair for those.
Yeah. Another bed pick, guys. This was a Pendleton blanket. We took a picture of it on the bed so somebody could see what it would look like on their bed, and I really think that helps and probably gets you max dollar for your item. Sold it for $185, which was best offer.
It was best offer.
And we're not going to be greedy. Whenever we get a big offer like that, we're going to accept it because it's better to move the item than to just sit on it.
Especially when you're not into it for a lot of money. So I think we bought that one from a garage sale for $10.
Yeah, I remember. We were visiting your
Mare
parents.
Island.
Yeah.
Yeah, East Coast.
You were so excited when you found it. I was like, quick, let's leave.
It's just so it's so rare to find Pendleton stuff. I even asked them, I was like, this is a really nice blanket. Do you have any more? Because I thought she might be like, yeah, we got a whole bunch of Pendleton stuff. So, but there was only the one blanket, but still $10 into, what is it sell? $185?
Yeah.
It's great.
I mean, she knew it was a Pendleton blanket.
She knew?
Yeah, she was like, that's a really nice blanket, but I don't have more.
Yeah. I think that's it.
Oh my God.
Was that 75?
My butt hurts.
Well, I can help you out with that.
This seat is hard. I need a cushion next time we do 75 items. I'm also stuck to the chair.
That was a lot of work. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you missed any of the items or if you want to go back, that's why we made this video. It's almost like a good list for you to go back and keep coming to this video and look like, watch it over again, rewatch it, send it to a friend or something. It's like a guide where you can go back and go, okay, here's 75 items that sold on eBay. Maybe I should look out for these brands or types of items. So.
And actual sales of the items, not what we think we're going to get for them in like a rough estimate, but the actual sales.
Yeah. So again, hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. Thank you so much for watching. We do appreciate it. One other thing that I wanted to say, if you last to the end of this video, a lot of people have been asking about when our mentoring program is going to start up again, and the answer is May 15th is when it starts, but May 10th, so Friday, May 10th, we're going to be sending out the sign-up emails. And as always, we only take on 75 people, 75 new students at a time, so that email will go out to everybody on May 10th. As soon as you get the email, if you do want to be a part of the mentoring group, make sure you sign up because it sells out really, really fast. And then the other thing is we're not sure exactly, after this round of mentoring, we're not sure exactly when we're going to do it again. We may take a 6-month break. We're not totally sure. So if you want to jump in on mentoring, this will be the round that you want to get in on. So
we're definitely positive we're taking a 3-month break.
Yeah, definitely. So again, if you want to join us, guys, please do. The link will be in the description of this video. We hope we get to work with you, and that's it. Thank you so much for watching.
We appreciate it.
Thumbs up the video, and we'll see you next time. I'm Ryan Roots.
I'm Ralli Roots.
And together we are
Ralli Roots.
Peace out, guys. Bye.